Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video. So we got the JP data download here for Golden Week. Now, I guess I'm a little disappointed that they didn't do the global data download as well yet, because, I mean, I'm going to assume that once the sync happens, they're gonna do these at the same time. I mean, I guess it's not the biggest deal ever, but like I mean, it would obviously be better. They did tweet out the characters at the exact same time, which is good, but everything moving forward should be at the same time. The usual global data download time is in about 4 hours from now. There will be some differences because we'll see if STR Vegito and Physical Buhan will be in the EZA right away, like front loaded right here at the start of the celebration. I would assume so. And then also we'll see like if global, like how far global is moving along in terms of battlefields, right? Because JP is going to be getting EZA, LR, Babidi, and Dabura. We'll take a look at them. What global has been doing is they've been skipping, like, so for every one battlefield JP gets, global skips one and then goes to the next one. So I believe Proton told me by like August or so, the global should be caught up in terms of battlefields. There certainly is going to be like less currency that some players will have been able to obtain by them doing that. But the long-time players have had way more battlefield currency than JP players because of the LR Gohan banner back during the second anniversary. Okay, so we could do a brief summary of some of these characters. Obviously, we already know what they do. You know, their breakdown, stuff like that came out last night. Then there's these two. We'll go through the banners as well as just like a lot of other info that's also going to be over here. I guess we might as well look at the banners right away. Okay, so here's Goku's banner. Now, Global just got Hirudegarn and DRAGONFEST. I mean, do I think that there's a 0% chance they're going to be on the banners? I would actually say no. I think weird things are going to be happening throughout the rest of the year for Global. So something super weird like that could happen. This has happened in the past for Dokkan before. It was Physical Goku Black. His DOKKANFEST came out. This is on JP too. And then the very next banner was Rose, like the next DOKKANFEST banner, and Physical Goku Black was featured on it. So they've done stuff like that before. So, I mean, there's a chance Global can get Hirudegarn, and then BUU's banner, of course, has DRAGONFEST. There's a chance, but I don't think it's very likely, I would say. So let's see. So we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who's very good. I guess now, okay, so there's that banner, there's this banner. Let's talk about Fat Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then we'll come back and talk more about the banners themselves. I think that both of these characters are very, very good. To me, I don't want to go too crazy before using them in a lot of situations, seeing like what happens when we get good luck, what happens when we get bad luck, right? Like I kind of want to get like all these factors in my head, just kind of like feel it play out. I think that at like kind of like baseline to me, both BUU and Goku are in line with Toppo and Vegeta, right? Like, you know, you could move the four and like TURs any way you want to, but those four are, I think, well above everything else. One of the biggest goddamn things I've been asking for repeatedly, 3 leader skills, and they gave it to us. So good. Because this is great, you know, Otherworld Warriors. Because what it was like, I feel like if they would have done 2 leader skills, it would have been BUU Saga and Accelerated Battle for Goku, and then it probably would have been BUU Saga and Sworn Enemy for Fat Buu, right? But getting that third category on there really matters when one of the main ways Dokkan is pushing content now is missions, and I mean, we have even more of this we'll get into in a second. It's very important to have, like, some of these newer, strong, like, categories like Entrusted Will, Time Limit, Rapid Growth have Inhuman Deeds have never gotten a leader. So you got to get kind of creative with the way you want to build your team. It's good for them to, you know, do 3 leader skills and then throw something like, you know, some niche category on there, some small category, Super Saiyan 3, you know, Otherworld Warriors, you know, stuff like that is really good to do. So I think that Goku, to me might have been a little disappointing if he wasn't AGL. They gave Goku the AGL typing, which is, I think, kind of like the best typing you could be right now to go up against the current content. AGL is the strongest typing. And they gave it to Goku. That will help him a lot. So that way he's got type advantage against Blue Gogeta. And essentially, the two strongest boss phases right now are STR bosses. Blue Gogeta and Cell Max. So Goku has type advantage against the two strongest bosses. So that's, of course, really good. Goku's going to have the Ki Blast nullification against Broly Red Zone Boss Rush. I mean, I feel like there's a chance Golden Week could maybe introduce GT Boss Rush, or maybe Tanabata will introduce GT Boss Rush. Like, I feel like we're going to, because remember, the movie and GT Red Zones came out at the same time. So I think we're going to be moving towards this GT Red Zone probably sooner rather than later. So, thinking about that one, I mean, towards the end with Omega at the very end, I mean, Goku could be great for Omega because he'd have a high chance of nullifying. I imagine Omega Super at the end of GT Boss Rush is going to be like a 5 million super attack or something like that. Because it's a countdown like Death Dealer. That shit is going to be toxic, dude. Like a 5 million super at the end of a 15-turn fight. The GT Boss Rush is going to be crazy, I'm sure. But yeah, Goku is very good. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage. He has a good active skill. He's just really good. Now, Fat Buu. So, yeah, I mean, it's much easier. Dude, this is why this is just a great way to take in Dokkan characters' kits. Now that they're true essays, they're novels. Look at this book right here. So it's very good to kind of like see this. So, I mean, I misread it at first, and a lot of people did too. So if Buu himself is killed, he will revive, right? And then he also has this ability, and then this is where his survive KO attack is. So that's really good. So Buu will revive, and then he also has a KO surviving thing, which is really strong. So I like what they did with this guy. He's got guard. I think Fat Buu could easily be the top TUR. I've heard some iffy things about what his defense might look like, which certainly would lend me to pause a little bit. I mean, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, his defense will be a little mediocre later in fights as well. Turn 1, I mean, Goku is, the second best character in the game behind HLUI or something like that. Because like HLUI turn 1 has 100% dodge. Like, you just can't get better than that. Goku is at 90% damage reduction, right? So it's going to be very difficult for Goku to take damage at all. So Goku is going to be one of the best characters in the game for Super Battle Road forever, for Battlefield. Oh, actually, yeah, this is good for Super AGL to get another strong option for Battlefield, I think. But the other thing with Buu I should mention here, so, I mean, Buu, I already thought, like, his active skill is super crazy, right? Because, like, he gets the attack buff, and then he turns all Ki spheres into cookies or candies or whatever. He gives himself 12 Ki. I'm not really too sure what the point of that is. I don't know if there's a reason for that. Like, it kind of just feels like just an extra, I guess. But this is a full heal, because he turns all Ki spheres into sweets or cookies, then he does this. Oh, wait, do these count for, like, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta? Like, their standby? It should. I guess I don't know for sure if the cookies or candies count for their standby or not. I assume they do. Because remember, that matters, by the way, because Buu Saga. Like, you could easily run a Buu Saga team, probably led by Super Saiyan 3 Goku or something like that. Like, you could even do... I guess you could run Super Saiyan 3 Goku leader, Fat Buu friend, or something like that. And then you'd have a rotation with Goku and a rotation with Fat. That could be a fun build. And then, so one rotation would have Fat Buu and Buhan, and the other rotation would have Super Saiyan 3 Goku and some other character. That actually probably would work really well, because they both lead Buu Saga. I like the idea of that. Just one of each leading the team. And you'd have your Revive, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. That team actually sounds pretty crazy now that I'm thinking about it. But anyway, this is a Ghost Usher. It's actually a Ghost Usher. This might be the best active skill in the game. Because, I mean, this would fall under my criteria of Team Protector ability. A Ghost Usher, I would count that, yes. So he has a Team Protector ability. He has, a full heal. right? Like he's going to be doing decent damage with it. I mean, he's not going to be hitting like a megaton missile because he's not guaranteed critting from it, and he doesn't stack attack or something like that. But, I mean, the utility it has is going to be really good. So, Fat Buu is looking good. I feel like I'll like Fat Buu better than Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but, I mean, there's a good chance Super Saiyan 3 Goku is being downplayed by the community. Again, I don't like to go super crazy until the characters drop anyway. So there's that. Now, the rest of the banner here, Dragon Fist is still very good. I mean, you can run him on the team with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It'll be fine. Remember, the one thing I really don't like about I'm seeing people pretend that this isn't a big deal, but it really is. He needs a BUU Saga ally on rotation. That is a really strict condition. That limits how effective Goku is going to be. Oh, damn, yeah. And like I was thinking about him on Battlefield and stuff like that. This limits how effective Goku is going to be, like, in a lot of places of the game. So, because, I mean, the most important stuff is definitely, you know, fighting Cell Max, fighting Supreme Battle Spectacle, these Red Zone stages and stuff like that, for sure. But, you know, characters that could also be very useful on Battlefield and all these other places, you know, can be valuable, too. A Super AGL BUU Saga character? Let me just take a glance. I guess, well, yeah, okay. I mean, we could run him. Because at the very least, with another BUU Saga ally on the team, that is going to proc his intro, which gives him the 90% damage reduction. So I guess he doesn't necessarily need this part down here to be good in, like, Battlefield or something like that. But this, I'm telling y'all, this is annoying. This is annoying. Majin BUU Saga ally on rotation in order for him to be guarding is really tough. Because it's like you have to build almost your full team BUU Saga. You know, you want very limited non-BUU Saga allies on the team, right? Like, this guy is going to pair really well with Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but he doesn't, like, he's not actually that good of a partner because he doesn't activate the most important thing for Angel Goku, which is his passive. He needs a BUU Saga ally, which that Dragon Fist is not. So, I mean, that's, like, I will run Super EZA Dragon Fist over this guy on the team, because of the fact that this guy needs the BUU Saga ally, which AGL Super EZA Dragon Fist is. So I'd rather run that guy over this guy on the team. I think this guy's definitely better than Super EZA, but it's not like a Grand Canyon gap. Like, you know, if it's a category restriction like that, I'll just go Super EZA Goku. This guy should be good for Majin Power. This skinny BUU, he'll be able to do some decent damage. He'll have some high dodge. You do want to build pretty much a full Majin Power team. You know, we might need like a Kid BUU, Super EZA, Exchange Majin BUU EZA, some stuff like that. We'll see if it comes. Orange Piccolo is still very elite. What he was good at in 2023, he's still good at in 2024. Piccolo Jr. is like very okay-ish, but it's like as long as he doesn't get hit. Right now, because he's just raw defense, raw stats. And now, more so than ever, he gets killed. But, I mean, you know, if you have good RNG, you get his active, you get his giant form and stuff like that. Like, he could still win you fights, but he's not half as good. And it doesn't, like, Earthbred Fighters is a dead team. Like, I mean, you could win with it. Like, when I say things like this, yes, you can win with it. But it's not good at all compared to what the good teams are. The leaders for Earthbred Fighters are really bad right now. I was actually hoping that Angel Goku is going to be an Earthbred Fighter leader, but Accelerated Battle is awesome. I'm not complaining about that at all. Okay, so we have that, and then, so we have 23rd World Tournament Goku, Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks, and Hirudegarn. Hirudegarn is pretty big to get your hands on, because there's very few villain characters that can accomplish what he can, but, I mean, I personally do have Hirudegarn die every time I use him, but, I mean, that's just a me thing. And then Gotenks should be pretty good for Goku, because Goku, again, you need to fill it up with the BUU Saga allies. I'm really hoping to see Tech Majin Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku EZA. Because, you know, Tech Majin Vegeta should just fit very well on this Goku's variant of the BUU Saga team. It should, and so both characters should really help this guy get his condition to where it's way less of an issue, right? So I'm really hoping that those two EZAs are like in Gotenks or STR Kefla like level. That would be just so good for Goku. BUU doesn't really need. Well, I mean, BUU really could use Exchange BUU. easying, of course. But BUU only just needs one BUU Saga on the team, one BUU Saga ally on the team, which is ridiculously easy because like all those Majin Buus are BUU Saga, right? Besides like 21 and Oob are like the Majin Power characters that aren't, and Jinembu. So like this is like not even, this is completely irrelevant, right? That doesn't hurt him in any way. But Goku's I think is a little bit more of an issue. Okay, so that covers, I mean that covers most of it. We could look at like some of the missions, see kind of what they're doing. Oh, I guess I should look at these two, huh? I ended up I didn't mean to blabber away about those two forever, but we did. All right, let's take a look at these two. So, this is a free-to-play Tech Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He leads Kamehameha or Tech. 130% attack and even start a turn with a 50% chance of another 180% attack. Okay. 130% attack and evens on Super, multiplicative buff. 30% chance to dodge, and if HP 60% or more at the start of turn, he gets another 30% chance to dodge. If there's an ally in Kamehameha or BUU Saga, he gets 3 key, and he's super effective against all types. Swap that for Guard. Well, Guard wouldn't really probably do too much for him, would it? I mean, it would help. Swap this for Guard, and it's like, damn, he's a nice slot 3 free-to-play character. I mean, he's good enough to run on the team. Because you're probably going to want to run Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 1, typically. By the way, one other thing. I mean, we'll have to see how it works in-game. Sometimes it's not consistent with this. But we'll see if Goku is able to use his active skill in slot 2, go in slot 1, and get all of this up. Someone can say, oh, he definitely will. But, like, no. Dokkan has not been consistent in the wording with this. That's something we're going to have to see, like, actually, like, Goku doing the attack in game. Because some characters, like the 5th anniversary Blue Fusions, like, you know, you could do their active in slot 3, put them in slot 1, and get the full abilities. But Piccolo Jr., like, for example, you're not able to. You can get the extra stats by doing it in slot 2, but the additional, Proton explained to me, is tied towards the action of Piccolo Jr. getting orbs in slot 2. So we'll see if Goku, if these abilities are tied to getting orbs or not in the certain slot. So jury's out on if you could, do the active in slot 2, get the extra 100% attack and guaranteed additional super, and then put it, because if you can, at this guy's active turn, he's going to be one of the more impressive units in the game. If you could so Goku would be guarding with big defense, he'll have decent damage reduction, he could quad super, he'll be guaranteed critting, like it could get really nasty, right? If his active does work that way. It really is a pretty big deal. So there's that. He gets 50% attack and even some immense damage. High chance to stun. This is good. There's fights where stuns and seals and attack debuffs do stuff. That's why this Goku is probably one of the top 5 characters in the game for the Cell Max fight, because he has a high chance to stun too. So, you know, it's like Goku is untouchable by Cell Max the first couple of turns, and by the time his damage reduction wears out, you could stun Cell Max. So it's beautiful. Like, he's a Cell Max killer is what this guy is, which is good. I do think, like, a character that's just like a nuclear win option against one of the big fights is good. So we'll take that. This Goku seems okay. I mean, they gave him a defensive mechanic. I think you could run him with ease. He should work well on the team. There's going to be a lot of over and a flash characters on the team. A lot of the Gotenks, Gokus. If Tech Majin Vegeta gets an EZA, right, he has over and a flash after he transforms. So this guy seems solid. I mean, for a free-to-play character, this to me looks pretty good. So this is Babidi and Dabura. We get these bad boys from Battlefield here. So they get 8 key, 188% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get 88% attack and defense on super attack, multiplicative buffs. That's good. Actually, 188% at the start of turn is pretty good for a free-to-play LR. Yeah, they've got decent stats. I wish their HP was a bit higher, but, you know, stats look good as an LR. If there is a BUU Saga ally in the turn, an additional super at 22 key. Okay, and they give themselves 8 key, sure. They get 20% dodge for each ally in the BUU Saga category in the rotation. And then another 10% dodge when all allies... does this mean when all allies on the team are BUU Saga? I feel like this is... So you get 20% dodge for each ally in the BUU saga. So that would be 60% of the full rotation as BUU saga. Because I don't... Well, okay, regardless, they'll be able to get the 70% dodge. If it's just a full rotation of BUU saga allies, or if it's a full team. 70% dodge, okay. If the attacking opponent is attack lowered, defense lowered, fainted, that's stunned, or sealed, key 6, 66% stats, and a guaranteed... No, crit with a high chance of crit. Extra stats. This does matter. Even some of the big bosses can be debuffed now. Because they just made their stats so ridiculous that they're like Gogeta, you could debuff, you could lower Gogeta's attack, and he'll still outright, he'll still kill you. He doesn't care. Like, he doesn't really care, but you can lower his attack. So, I mean, that's good. Like, you know, Babidi and Dabura against Gogeta, you know, you could lower his attack, and then they could get the extra stats in, you know, what is essentially the toughest phase of the game. So that's good. I mean, that's good. Oh. 3 key, 30% attack and defense for Majin Power. Then another 10% attack and defense for Extreme Class. Okay. They're good for Fat Boo's team. I mean, as a free-to-play character, 70% dodge as a support. I mean, that's money. I'll take that, yeah. The only issue here is, remember, they themselves are not a Majin Power character. They're only on BUU Saga, Join Forces, and Terrifying Conquerors. And remember that Skinny Buu does want a full Majin Power team. That's the only, like, hang-up I've got here. So it's kind of like an either-or. Like, either run Skinny Buu in the team, or we're running this character. Alright. Ah, damn, I do wish Skinny Buu didn't need a full Majin Power team, because we're not quite able to comfortably do that yet. Maybe in 3 weeks we can. Good chance we can, but at the moment we can't. So Skinny Buu, it's going to be a little rough for him. Super attack effect, 50% defense, that's 12 key. 50% defense, this is going to be colossal damage, lowers attack, and seals. Okay. This was a chance prior to EZA, right? Yeah, nice. They just got guaranteed now. That's good. That's good. 18 key, 50% attack and defense. Mega Colossal, lowers defense, and a high chance to stun. Yeah, I mean, guys, this character's pretty good. They look pretty good. I mean, this is, you know, like what we would want from a free-to-play character. They've got a lot of debuffs, you know, which the stun is now guaranteed. I do like that. And then what was their stun? It's still the same. High chance is fair. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so they've got all the debuffs. They're a support, 70% dodge. You do need a full BUU Saga team. So, I mean, this character would work much better, you know, on like the... Well, I think they would probably work pretty good on the Goku and Fat Buu variant I referenced earlier. Okay. But, like, this is... We need BUU Saga options with the way Fat Buu and Goku are. So, this is good. I'm fine with it. I think that the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is solid enough, too. Like, he could have been better, but he's solid. He's solid. So, what is this? Master of Magic. It's like Majin Resurrection Plan. Thirst for Conquest. That's Brutal Beatdown, right? Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Legendary Power. Links are going to be a huge issue for them on this team. That's the thing, though. And then look at these characters. Like, none of these are viable. You're not running. Literally no character on here is, like, even good. None of them on here. I mean, some people might look, oh, LR Super Buu, he's going to be guarding in the BUU Saga Red Zone. Oh, boy. Yeah, oh, boy. If the BUU Saga Red Zone is up to par, here it is, by the way, right here. If this is up to par with 9th anniversary content, Super Buu is likely going to be a fish in most of these fights, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. So we got missions, Golden Week missions, probably just a lot of the typical stuff. Beat with no damage, you know, consume stamina. It's just going to be a lot of the same things. Use some Otherworld Warrior characters on a team. Sworn Enemy characters on a team. There's a sticker. Cool. Okay. So we have some missions. I think these are... Yeah, okay, so some EX missions for the BUU Saga Red Zone. Beat Stage 1 with a Kamehameha team. Beat Stage 1 with a Majin BUU Saga team. Beat Stage 1 within 7 turns, no items. I always repeat myself, but remember, you can use a support memory for this. if you're having trouble for whatever reason. Who knows how tough it's going to be. Stage 1s of red zones usually aren't that hard, but we never know. So there's that. Clear stage 1 within 6 turns with no items. Oh, damn, and then another one. Stage 1 within 7 turns, no items. 5 int types. So the last boss will probably be physical. Maybe Fat BUU. Because the way it's written, BUU evil. So, Fat BUU could be in either of these stages. Like, he could be the last stage of Babidi Gang, or he could be, like, one of the, like, the opening stages of BUU evil. Because remember, BUU evil, that's this guy. Like, this guy will probably be the last phase of that second stage. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, right? So, I'm sure we'll see Majin Vegeta at some point in here. Dabura, probably, maybe even Babidi and BUU, like their LR. So, yeah, okay. I think that covers most of the stuff. Oh, there's missions for actual Red Zone, too. So, clear Stage 1 with a Majin Power team. And clear Stage 2 with a time limit team. Okay. Just some Super Battle Road stuff. And then there's the BUU Saga EZA area. Alright, so pretty decent. I like a lot of the like, if we look at this, I'm liking a lot of the characters. I mean, if we look at this from a JP perspective, the last several months have been really good. Like, the Bardock is the cutoff point. Since Bardock, I'm pretty pleased with most of the characters. Since poor precious Bardock, since him, my dearest, things have been looking really good. Most of these characters you see on this screen are pretty solid. Like, Dokkan has done a really, like, free-to-play characters like High School Gohan and Mr. BUU, very good. Elite DOKKANFEST, Topo, Fat BUU, Goku. Really great LR and Ginyu. Amazing Super EZA and Gotenks. And Super Saiyan 3 Goku is right there. Really good sub EZAs, right? 16, Cell Jr., Topo and Pride Trooper. Like, the banner units are very solid. You know, I think King Vegeta, Gotenks, Skinny BUU. Like, bro, like, 2024 is kicking 2023's ass right now. We'll see if it continues, but I'm definitely pretty pleased with how things are going. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.